Hello, good morning everyone. Today we are going to present about AACS2034 Fundamentals of Computer Networks. I am Chu Yanning.
I am Tusi.
And today we are going to present about the 6 parts of the networks. Network scenario, network design with addressing table, addressing design, addressing calculations, command and ping devices. And now we are going to part of network scenario. For the network scenario, we will assign us, the media wave broadcaster will assign us about the LAN in 3 different locations, which are location A, location B, and location C, with an IP address of 10.0.0.0 as the network engineers. For location A, we will have administration department, newsroom department, and production department, and each will require 503 hosts, 484 hosts, and 439 hosts. For location B, which will far away from location A with a distance of 500 meters, we'll have marketing, human resource, and engineering departments with a required 384 hosts, 311 hosts, 254 hosts. And for the location C, which are far away from location A with a distance of 200 meters, we'll have 2 parts of international news departments which requires 298 hosts. And for the network design, this is our network topology. We will use copper thread to connect the in device to switch and the switch to router. For the router to router, we will use fiber optic cables. And we will represent location A, we will use blue color, and we will use Cisco Catalyst 2960 series switches for our network topology. It will have ideal for access layer application providing reliable internet switching for end devices, and 24 fast internet ports for connecting end devices, and 2 gigabit internet uplink ports for high-speed connections. In real life, we will use 52 port switch. And for the router, we will choose to use C9214P Cisco 900 series integrated services router, as it has 10 empty ports, and we add PT router and M1 CGE for fast internet and PT router and M1 FFE for router to router. And for the addressing table, for the location A, we will choose separated quantity for them. We have distribute quantity for them. For the blue color part is for the location A, we'll distribute about administrations, newsroom, and productions. We'll have quantity evenly distributed. For the administration department, we'll have 1 router, switch 17, and devices 828, and remaining usable address 176 is for the future use for the organization. As we will distribute around according to the network address 10.0.0.0 until broadcast address 10.0.3.255. We will reserve IP address for the first one to router, and the continuous is switch for 10.0.0.2 until 10.0.0.18, as we have 17 quantity for switch. And for the end device and remaining usable is using the same formula with it. And newsroom department, production department will according the formula to calculate it. And for the location B, we're represented by using green color. So we will same formula with it. You can see according to the table. And for the location C, we'll use red color to represent it. And it is the formula accordingly to just now that I said. For the addressing calculation, we'll have to calculate 65 of growth in each area for their company expansion. So we have to times it, and we have the total of 830, 1799, 725, 634, 514, 420, and 492 for each department, total number of host address. And next is our subnetting table, which will include the number of hosts needed, number of usable host address that will be divided to, as it has network address and broadcast address. And we will borrow 10 bits from the host, and we have a prefix length of 22, as it is we are using FLSM method, so we have to fix prefix length. And we have custom subnet address and network address, broadcast address, and first usable address, last usable address too for each department. This is the table of range for IP address according the bit, and we have 10 subnets, also about the router and department. We have 2 calculations, which is reserve bits and borrow bits. As you can see, reserve bit has 1032 usable address, and for the borrow bits calculations, we'll have 16,382 usable address. So as we can see, we can use reserve bit calculations for our use, because if we use borrow bits calculation, we'll have wasted the host address and easy for future expansion as it has many number of subnets. Method of calculation switch will have 3 steps. One is we have the assumption of wireless device, and each access point we have connect 30 wireless device. And for the next step, which is total number of ports needed and number of switch needed for every department, as we want to calculate 52 ports for one switch. And step 3 is distributions of port in each switch, and you can see for the first switch you have to reserve ports for access point, router, and next switch, and second switch to fourth switch as we have access point, so we have 3 reserved ports, and for fifth switch to sixth switch we have 2 reserved ports for previous switch and next switch, and for the last switch we only include 1 reserved ports. And we'll also calculate the actual IP address needed for the distribution as just now we mentioned at the table.
To the command configuration network part. So now we will start with the router first. So we go to the router, any one router, and go inside to the CLI. We will go into the sorry. 怎么会进来是这样子的？这个位，是哦，等一下我重开过。哇，讨厌。OK， 怎么那个都可以 set 到哦，够假了喂。OK。So now to the command configuration network part. We will start with a router. So we can select any one router. So I select for this one. So go into the CLI. Now we have set the password before, which is CLA33. Now we will demo the set the password command first. Now we need to go into the enable interface. This command is used to enter the various access mode. So go inside. The password we set before is AACS2034. Now we'll go into the config T command, which is the configuration terminal. So this command is used to enter the global configuration mode. Okay, config T. Now we successfully go inside. So if we need to set the password, we need to enter the line console 0. For this command, which is used to go inside the physical console port on the router. So enter line console 0. Okay, we successfully go inside. So we set the password according to the assignment requirement, which is the password CLA33 to set password for the router. Okay, now log in. So for the login command is used to enable the authentication for virtual terminal connections to the router. So exit the console part. So enable password CLA33. This command is used to assign the password. So now the next step is to set the secret password, which is the command enable secret AACS2034 according to the assignment requirement to assign the secret password. So enter service password encryption. So for this command to encrypt the password and the secret phrase in the shell run. Okay, enter. Now also according to the assignment requirement, we need to change the host name for the router and the switch and another device. So we try to change to the router. Okay, so it successfully changed. Now we will try to set the interface for the cable. Now we try to set for this cable, which is the 0.0.10.0.1. The IP address and the subnet mask is calculated by the default. So we go in the interface for this. For this cable is the okay. So this cable is gigabit Ethernet 9/0. Show the last one. So we try to set first gigabit Ethernet 0. Now we successfully go inside the interface, so we set the IP address. So set the IP address, we need to use the command IP address and enter the IP address for the cable and also the subnet mask 2.0. So we successfully change the IP address. So next step is to not shut to enable the interface to change administration down to up step. Okay, so that's it. So we already set for the IP address. So I will show for you. Show run. So to the IP address 9/0. Okay, we can see that we already set this IP address and also the subnet mask, and the password also changed. Now I will show you the another part, which is the switch. Go inside the CLI. So for the switch, we also set the password as same with the router. So we need to enter CLA. Oh, sorry. CLA. Now for the switch, I will show you the set IP address for the interface VLAN 1. We also need to go the enable, which is the previous asset mode. Enable AACS2034 and also config T. Okay, so for the VLAN 1, we need to set the IP address as the last port, which is the 10.0.0.2 and also with the same subnet mask. Okay, so we try to set. So interface VLAN 1. We successfully go inside and then IP address 10.0.0.2 and the name mask. So now we have successfully set and also no shut. Okay. So I will show to you. Okay, now we can see the VLAN 1 already successfully set. Now we will need to set the IP route for the router to router. Okay, we need to go to the CLI first. Before that, we will need to set for this asset and this one, the IP address, subnet mask, and the IP default gateway. Okay, so for this one, we also need to go inside the config interface. And if we want to set the IP route, we need to enter the command IP route and the IP default address, which is 10.0.0.0.0 and subnet mask and the IP address Okay, now we already successfully set the IP route, and also we need to set the banner MOTD for the access authorization. Okay, yeah. See. So for this one, OTD, and we will double click. Go, copy key. Okay, now we are successful to set this banner MOTD. So I need to show for you or show them. Okay, for the IP route set before it. Okay, so the IP route we set is this one, and the other is we had already set before, and also the banner MOTD. Okay, now we will go to the pin connectivity part. So I will try to use this end device to send a message to this department first. So we will go inside to the desktop and the command prompt. So if we want to send a message, for example, for this end device, we need to type the ping and the IP address for this end device, which is 10.0 or 4.27. We need to wait a moment.这成功了，就是。OK。等下，OK，给开始啊。So now we need to go to the pin connectivity part. So now I want to try to send a message from this end device to the same location, but the different department is this device. Okay, now we will go to the desktop prompt. And if we need to send a message to this another end device, we need to type the pin and the IP address for the end device we need to send. So 10.0, 0.4, or 7. So these two results, and the result for this one is first time we try to send, but commonly it will fail lah. Now for the new result, it will show the complete and the successful send the message to the another end device. Now we try to send the message to this switch. Also, we need to ping the IP address 10.0.02. Wait for a moment. And also it will show the failed result. Now we try again. Now this is a successful result. So now we try to send to the router, which is this. And this IP address is 10.0.0.1. So this is the successful result. Okay, now we try to send to another location and different department. For example, for this and device. Okay, now also okay, 10.0.16.87. So wait for a moment. Time out. Also time out for the first try. Now try again. So it will show the successful result. So this is our fundamental of computer network presentation. So thank you